We know Chaplin from childhood. Maybe that means, yes, maybe that does mean that as viewers we are, you know, quite literally taken back to that first viewing experience. And then, of course, there is something very childlike about Chaplin.
Indeed, the tramp is a child. When he puts on a cape, he becomes a musketeer. And when, as in this scene, he gets into a millionaire's suit, he knows exactly how to behave as the perfect gentleman.
There we go. Silly me. Again, he's embarrassed, the English gentleman embarrassed. And now he's acting a part again. Now he's no longer the tramp. Now he is the gentleman. And suddenly, a crazy child, you know, just and there's no exact logic in it. It's not about logic, is it? It's about, but it's better than logic, because it's charming. And that's who he is. He's the combination of those things. He is the performer. He is the guy that wants to be a millionaire, and he is the child all at once.
City Lights is one of the high points of Chaplin's art. The story of the tramp and the blind flower girl serves as a romantic framework for a series of comic tour de forces, many of which draw on the finest moments of his early theater and film work. The prize fight, Chaplin's last chance to find the money for the operation that can restore his sweetheart's sight, is a superb example of how he perfected one of the uproarious comic set pieces of his formative years.
The way I connect what Chaplin does with movement, with animation, is I think that what he's doing is finding the right line, the perfect line, between exaggeration and naturalism. And I just think somehow you need those two things for comedy. You need naturalism because you need to absolutely believe in him and understand what he's doing, what he's, you know, where he's coming from. He needs to be grounded in absolute reality. And then exaggeration, I think, is where the humor comes. So that when he's fighting, when he was boxing, you know, his arms are going around like this, you know, like windmills, taking these great swinging punches. That's not natural, you know. That's comically exaggerated. And he knew when to do that, and he knew when to stop and slow down and be tiny. So the whole boxing match is absolute tour de force. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I love the way he plays it at the start of the scene, because boxers don't do that, do they? Boxers aren't meant to help the seconds get into the ring. Carrying his own bucket around, looking so miserable with the terrible boots and the terrible jacket and the terrible hat. And then the fact he has to be, because he's terrified, he's going to get beaten to a pulp, he knows, so he has to be very, very nice to everybody. So when it comes to the shaking hands, he's so keen. But the great thing he does is he looks A, frightened, and B, confused the whole time.